Hello, my name is Justice Backstrom, and welcome back to God, Guns, and Gaming. Now, everybody at some point in their life has the realization, wait a minute, my parents are idiots. This usually happens sometimes around the age of 12 and 14, but everybody's going to have this realization in their life at some point. And there are two wrong ways to deal with that information and one right way. And so that's what the topic of this video is going to be. Now, the first way, probably the most common way, is to say, oh, my parents are idiots. I don't have to listen to what they have to say. I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I'm freaking young. This is my chance to be stupid and just do whatever I want, basically. Most honest people will end up regretting a lot of the decisions they made at this point in their life. Of course, there will be some people who will, stubbornly cling on to the idea that that's what being young's all about, but most people will live to regret some of that. Some people won't live to regret it. And not just because they're too stubborn to admit that they made mistakes, but because some people just literally won't live that long. Some people, their decisions end up costing them their life at this stage in their life. So that's obviously a wrong way. But the next way is to say, well, yeah, maybe my parents are idiots, but I'm stupid too. They've been around longer than I have, and I'm still going to listen to them. And you just kind of keep your head down until you get out of the house. And I say keep your head down, but what I mean is to just kind of follow your parents blindly. And this is what most people will encourage you to do. This is what most people will tell you is the right way. But I said there was two wrong ways, and this is still one of them. I've seen people who've grown up like this, and if I'm being honest, I might be being a little generous by saying they grew up. Because you can become too dependent on your parents and not really learn to think for yourself. Your goal in this stage of life as a teenager is to grow up and become an independent adult. And your goal as the parent should be to raise adults, not to raise children who will be dependent on you and be kind of lost when they're actually supposed to be on their own. So there are problems with just trying to be a good kid, but I'm going to address that in the next one. The last way is to say, yeah, my parents are idiots, but you know what? We're all idiots. Now, and the difference between this one and the last one is in this one, you decide to take steps towards claiming your own life. You essentially raise yourself. And I don't mean that you are functionally independent. I just mean you, at this point, choose the influences that you have in your life, whether it be people from church or school or whatever. And that can be your parents as well. But you choose who you let influence your life. You still stay respectful to your parents, because you can obey your parents and be respectful to them without really agreeing with them. If you like let the information in your ears do it and then forget about it, and not really, if they're saying something that you disagree with, and yeah, you can have arguments with them and stuff like that as long as you're respectful, but you and like, again, you stay respectful, you stay obedient, but you don't really take to heart things that you find to be wrong. Like, you can do that, is what I'm saying, basically. And again, stand up for some things. You're gonna have arguments, that's okay. It's not the end of the world to have a couple arguments with your parents, and sometimes they'll agree that you might have been right on something, sometimes you'll agree that they were right on something, but the point is you're learning to stand up for yourself, learning to become independent, working towards that. And again, you're thinking through what they're saying, what other people are saying. You're choosing the influences based on other things you already know to be right. And that is going to result in you being more fit for adult life and being independent. So to summarize, yes, your parents are idiots, but we're all idiots. We're all just doing this whole life thing for the first time. Your youth isn't an excuse to do all the stupid things and waste your life that you want to do. Your youth is a chance for you to set up your future to be successful. And that's basically it for this video. If you disagree with something I had to say, then you can let me know in the comments. If you agree, then again, you can also let me know in the comments. But that's what I have to say, and good luck out there. Bye.